continuing this Tuesday's Blues series. Today we're going to talk about the great Lightnin Hopkins. Another Texas legend and super influential on guys with that open picking and those sliding kind of two-note patterns. Lightnin Hopkins is definitely considered an OG in the blues world. Lightnin was able to cross the folk and country blues kind of lines as well with some of his playing, and his influence on blues greats such as B.B. King, Albert Collins, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, Otis Rush, Ike Turner, Albert King, the list goes on and on. Everybody has a taste of Lightnin Hopkins in their playing, and even to the newer generation of blues slayers. Much so in fact that my good buddy JD Simo is going to give us a little more insight on the one and only Lightnin Hopkins. To you, JD.
Hey everybody, it's JD Simo coming at you. Welcome to the Riff. My good friend Nick asked me to contribute something this Tuesday, and I was more than happy to do so. Nick is a very dear friend of mine. I love him a lot. We talk all the time, and he's been real helpful to me. I've learned a lot from him, and he's a groovy cat. So make sure to support him, like this page, follow, subscribe, do all your deals, you know, because he's a good cat. I get asked a lot about a lot of things, but Lightnin Hopkins is somebody that I love a lot, and I've spent a lot of time listening to him and a lot of time sort of getting my approach to his sort of style, and it's very iconic and it's very identifiable, and it's one of those things that seems really simple, because it is really simple, but it's almost so simple that it's hard, which is kind of counterintuitive, but it's so funny with a lot of the old-time players, whether it's rock and roll or blues, the more primitive styles in the early rock and roll, you know, like rockabilly, some of the stuff is so simple that it's like it's almost difficult, because we're used to our fingers sort of not doing these sort of idiosyncratic things that these guys just inherently did in their styles, you know. So Lightnin Hopkins, I'm actually wearing my Lightnin Hopkins shades. I actually found these in a pawn shop several years ago, and they look just like Lightnins. They got the little things on the side and stuff like that. I like shit like this. Anyway, here, I'll throw those over there. So anyway, Lightnin played with a thumb pick. I don't play with a thumb pick, but the thumb is a very important part of Lightnin's style. And he played out of the E position most of the time. I mean, he would play in A sometimes, C sometimes, but a lot of his stuff is in E position. And he had this sort of feel. I'm going to sort of approximate multiple different songs, not one in particular, but sort of his sort of. He would pull up with his index finger like that, sort of like a boogie woogie piano, you know. Accent a lot, sort of like that. And as you notice, like my thumb is really loose, man. You know, you can't play this kind of stuff rigid. You can't like all downstrokes are really rigid with your right hand. You got to be real loose and not play so hard. You know, like kind of you know, he played acoustic most of the time. He played electric later, and he would put a sound hole pickup in his acoustic guitar too, so it was kind of electric long before it became popular even. But anyway, so that's one aspect of it, is the accenting, okay, like a piano, like a boogie woogie piano player. The other is he would sort of jump up to the 12th position, to the octave, and play pentatonic licks, sort of, but they were kind of wild sounding, so, you know, because they're kind of unexpected, you know. also that whenever I'm playing up here, I'm using my thumb, okay? Because it's a big part of that sound. Mostly downstrokes, so it seems, so I'm noticing right now at least. And that's another thing, is that sort of phrasing that Lightnin had. Like he wouldn't do that kind of stuff that maybe we're more used to playing these days. He would, which is sort of like an acoustic, either like a piano player or like an acoustic guitar player, not like an electric guitar player who's, he would, instead of bending, he actually goes up to the note. So those are, so I'm sort of breaking it down bit by bit here. Now, another thing that's very important is when he would go to the 4-chord, he did this thing that was big time copied by a lot of people. Bob Dylan copied it. I'm trying to think of some other good examples, but Bob Dylan certainly did it, like in his sort of finger picking style. But we're going to the 4-chord, playing an A. That's something that's very identifiable, Lightnin Hopkins. And actually, Jimmie Vaughan's got a really great video on YouTube where he's just nailing the Lightnin style, and he talks about that too. And I don't remember if he quotes somebody who did it later or not, but it was something that became popular like in the 60s in the kind of singer-songwriter thing, you know. Now, here's another thing. When he would go to the 5, a lot of times he would fret an F sharp, which is kind of a dissonant sounding 5-chord, but that's essentially what he's doing. He's leaving out he's not playing, he's sort of muting the 5th string, okay, and he's going. Okay, so instead of playing a normal B7, he's fretting that F sharp on the bottom. Now that's my favorite thing, and I do that all the time. That's my favorite. That's the Lightnin Hopkins turnaround. So, again, coming from the 5, let's do it right now, JD, you know, so. So that's kind of something, and it's kind of hard to do. I'm kind of fucking it up. But that's kind of what you want. That kind of thing. And then the last thing that I want to say about sort of Lightnin's sort of style is, you know, he would play box position. He wouldn't play sort of like Muddy Waters would play. He played this where that turnaround is. Okay, now which is really comfortable to play, but it's a really unorthodox. Not a lot of people play in the key of E. Like he's almost playing in second position, you know. Well, he is playing in second position technically, and it's more comfortable to play, but you got to reprogram your mind, you know. So that's kind of a loose breakdown of a lot of different things, and I'll play a little boogie here for you. sort of in his style. And thanks again, Nick, for everything that you do. And I love you. I like to sit on my porch and smoke a cigar and watch episodes of The Riff. And I hope you all are hanging in there out there. And I hope I get to see you again soon. So peace, love, and chicken grease. All right, keep it greasy. There you go, guys. There's a little peek into Lightnin Hopkins featuring my good buddy JD Simo. Sending our love out to JD as well right now through all of this going on. And really want to give a big shout out to all the artists who are doing the Instagram, Facebook Lives, and all of the great stuff. Just trying to keep everything going, keep the momentum going, and not letting everything that's going on hold us down, you know? So there was another episode of Tuesday's Blues featuring Lightnin Hopkins. I hope you guys can listen to some Lightning and take some inspiration from him, with the open picking stuff especially, you know. There's a great video online that I'll tag down below with Jimmie Vaughan discussing Lightnin Sky Hop or Lightnin's Boogie that basically morphed into Rude Mood, you know, and it's just those great... But I'll be sure to put that down below and you guys can take inspiration from that. And these videos, you know, these are the only thing I want from these videos that are basically, if some of you guys don't know or haven't thought about where it came from, is you can go back and you can hear, you know, say Lightnin Hopkins, his approach to the song that would eventually become Rude Mood isn't exactly as fiery as Stevie playing. So when you hear a slowed down version, you almost can wrap your head around what was going on in the original version. Get comfortable with that, and then you can approach something like Stevie's take on a Lightnin Hopkins song, or somebody else's take on a B.B. King song, Eric Clapton on a B.B. King song, something like that. This is just a tool to kind of come around full circle and kind of see where it was starting from, catch the embryo stages of it, and then get comfortable with that style, and then morph into something that you're trying to achieve down the road. And that's all these videos are for. So yeah, check back next week where we'll have another Tuesday's Blues featuring another artist. I haven't picked who it is yet, but we're most likely going to have a special guest talk about that person as well. So yeah, I hope to see you guys really soon.